Hey guys, DioGenZ with a little sub-episode. This will be considered the next episode of our Pokemon Heart Gold walkthrough because this is telling you about the Apricorns. I just took you on a tour around Azalea Town and we visited Kurt. However, he is not currently at his house right now because he ran off to the Slowpoke well, which we will be pursuing him to, see what's going on there. However, afterwards, he will return home. I mean, you gotta go home sometime, right? And, he's got a special ability. I don't know if you would call it an ability. However, when you bring him an Apricorn, whatever you want to say. I say Apricorn, you say Apricorn, whatever. He will turn that into a Pokeball. However, it won't be just a regular Pokeball, Ultra Ball, or Great Ball, or something like that. It will be a special ball with special effects. So the first ball I'm going to talk about is the Fast Ball. And in order to get that, you need white Apricorns. Okay? And the effect that the Fast Ball has is kind of self-explanatory. It's a ball that catches fast Pokemon. So, for example, say Scyther. You find a Scyther in the wild. Its speed stats are greater than, say, a Graveler, which is a pretty slow Pokemon. So you wouldn't want to use a fastball on every Pokemon. However, if you want to catch a fast Pokemon like Scyther, or even the running legendaries, I thought, like Suicune, and actually I don't know if Suicune runs in this game because I think it might have been changed up, but Raikou and Entei I know still run, and they have very, very high speed stats. That's a good ball to use if you're going after fast Pokemon. Now, the next one we are going after, as far as Apricorns, we're not really going after these Apricorns. We're going to hunt down these Apricorns. No, but they're just growing, and it's important to note that the berry trees, they grow every day. So every day you'll have a new berry there, just like in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, which is great because I really like that. A lot better than planting berries. I mean, planting berries is good, but I honestly never got around to it. So the next Apricorn we're going to be talking about is the green Apricorn. And what that makes is a very important ball if you're trying to evolve a Pokemon by happiness, and that is the friend ball. So for a Pokemon like, say, a Zubat, or I'm trying to think of another one. What's another one that evolves? I'm trying to think of Pokemon, because I know there's baby Pokemon out there that will evolve with happiness. However, I don't know if you can catch them or if they're just born in the wild. Or not born in the wild. Born in the wild or born in the nursery. So, it basically, I'll use Zubat as the example. When Zubat evolves into Golbat, see, I got this down pat, huh? It doesn't evolve into Crobat until its happiness is raised to a certain level. Alright, another example would be Baneri. I don't know if you can get a wild Baneri. I think you can later on in the game, but not this early in our walkthrough. We won't be seeing that for a while. Plus, I'm not really going to be trading with my other games just to keep it kind of a pure experience. The only trading I'm really going to be doing is with other Gold and Silver systems, and probably myself with Platinum, just so I can evolve like my Gengar and stuff. Other than that, I'm keeping it no trades. Anyway, the friend ball, again, it's another kind of self-explanatory ball. A lot of these balls, just to put it bluntly, kind of say what they are in the name, but this one is a ball that makes Pokemon like you a lot faster. So the Pokemon's base happiness is 200 inside of its Pokeball instead of 70, which is a very, very significant difference. So, I highly suggest getting some green Apricorns and turning them into friend balls, because you never know when you want to find a Pokemon that you want to, have befriended you a little bit faster than, your average Pokemon. Unfortunately, you can't have a Togepi raised in a friend ball because Togepi's not in the wild and it comes standard out of the egg in a Pokeball. It would have been nice if you had the option to switch it, but, c'est la vie. So, definitely get some of those. Next Apricorn we're going to be talking about is the Black Apricorn. And what this Apricorn creates when Kurt gets a hold of it is a heavy ball. Okay, so this ball catches heavier Pokemon. It makes catching them much easier. So later on, much later on, because we've got quite a bit to go through, when we get access to the Kanto region and travel through Kanto a bit, we'll get the Pokemon Flute channel on our radio card. Yeah, see, it changed from last time. I think last time we actually got a Pokemon Flute. So you get that, and you go wake up the Snorlax in front of Diglett Cave, and this ball would be perfect for that. Even an Onix, that's a very heavy Pokemon. The rules of this ball goes as such. If the Pokemon is less than 220 pounds, then you have a minus 20 between 220 pounds and 440 pounds, then a plus 0. Between 440 pounds and 660 pounds, then it's a plus 20. Higher than that, 660 pounds and over, you get a plus 30. So if you're going after light Pokemon with this ball, like say an Oddish, it's going to actually hurt you. It's not going to stay in the ball at all. But if you have heavy Pokemon, it's good. So definitely get that when you go for Snorlax. Okay, the Red Apricorn is a level ball. And this is one of my favorite Apricorn / Pokeballs, because the bigger the difference in level between your Pokemon and the capture target, the more likely the capture is. So, say for a lot of the legendaries, like Ho-Oh will be at level 45 and Lugia will be placed at level 70. So if I go there with, Pokemon that's maybe level 30 even if I have it hypnotized under hypnosis, then throw a level ball, I'll have a very, very good chance of catching it. Much easier than using just a standard Pokeball or even an Ultra Ball, because, if you watch the Pokemon Platinum Legendary Capture videos, you see, like, on the first one, Regice, how many Pokeballs we had to throw. Well, you didn't have to see that because I cut that. But we had to cut quite a bit, or I had to cut quite a bit because it was taking forever. That's one of the greatest things about this game. In Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, they had special Pokeballs like the Dusk Ball, which was my favorite because I always played the game at night. However, these Pokeballs are ranging from, raising the friend status to level to weight to even, what they evolve into. So it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the system of Pokeballs and the customization you have much better in Heart Gold and Soul Silver than I do in the Sinnoh region. Okay, so the next Apricorn we're going to go to is a little lighter shade of red, which would be the Pink Apricorn, and it is the Love Ball. Okay, so this ball works better on Pokemon of the opposite gender. This isn't really one of my favorite Pokeballs, only because a lot of the Pokemon that are harder to catch, that you would want to use a special type ball for, are genderless, like the legendaries. And also, if you're in the wild, I recommend having your Pokemon be female, because, depending upon what Pokemon you get, some Pokemon are 50-50, but a lot of the times you find males more often than females of a certain type of Pokemon. It takes a little bit of research, and honestly, I don't really prefer the Love Ball, but, if you plan it out right, and if you find one of the opposite gender, then go ahead and try. So then we have the Blue Apricorn, and that is a Lure Ball. The Lure Ball works the best on Pokemon that are fished up with the fishing rod. Now, it doesn't say here that, it's definitely not like the Net Ball. If you remember that was all the way back in Hoenn region, I believe. So the Lure Ball is exclusive to Pokemon that are fished up. So I don't know if this will work really well on Pokemon you find in the ocean, but it's not like the Net Ball, in which it won't help you with bug type, only water types that you fish up. So it's kind of limited in that way. As we're going down the list, we kind of get into more limited categories, more specialized Pokeballs. But, they definitely look cool if you're looking at the icons. That much they did not fail on. Not that they failed on anything, just, different specialized Pokeballs for different situations. And finally, we have the Yellow Apricorn, which turns into a Moon Ball. And the Moon Ball is probably one of the most specialized Pokeballs I've ever seen. Although the icon on that is pretty badass. Not gonna lie there. This ball works better on Pokemon that evolve only with a Moonstone. So this ball probably has the average catching rate of a Pokeball, unless the Pokemon you're trying to catch is like a Clefairy that evolves with a Moonstone, or Jigglypuff, I believe. Yeah, Jigglypuff? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I might be. So, so that's probably one of the most specialized Pokeballs that I won't be using a lot, but it is good to have just in case, especially when you move on to the Kanto region. So I am DioGenZ with your Apricorn Pokeball transformation, and I am out, guys.